Warm welcome to all. I am Agalya from Department of Food Service Management and Dietetics, Kaveri College for Women, Autonomous Trichy. Today we will discuss about the art of delegation in the management. Delegation of authority. It is the process of entrusting part of work by the superior to his subordinates. Delegation consists of granting authority or right to decision making in certain different areas and charging the subordinate with responsibility for carrying through the assigned task. It is that part of process of organization by which managers make it possible for others to share the work of accomplishing organizational objectives. Definition of delegation. According to F.G. Moore, delegation means assigning work to others and give them authority to do it. Delegation is the dynamics of management. It is the process a manager follows in dividing the work assigned to him so that he performs that part which only he, because of his unique organizational placement, can perform effectively and so that he can get others to help him with what remains, said Louis A. Allen. Let us see the process of delegation. Irrespective of the level at which authority is passed on the subordinates, delegation of authority involves certain actions which may be expressed or implied. First process is the assignment of duties to the subordinates. The delegator assigns certain duties to the subordinates, telling him in a clear-cut manner what he expects him to do. The functions to be performed by the subordinates may be listed. Also, the target to be achieved by the subordinates may be set. The second stage is granting of authority to perform the duty. The delegator must delegate authority to the subordinates to perform the duty assigned. Nobody can perform the duties unless he has the requisite and matching authority. In the case of authority is insufficient, the subordinate can perform the duties only to the extent it is possible with the limited authority delegated on him. The third stage is creating an obligation of exacting responsibility. Creation of obligation on the part of the subordinate to perform duties assigned to him by his immediate superior. Foyle refers to this phase of authority delegation as exaction of responsibility from the subordinates for accomplishing the assigned task. Thus, duties, authority and obligation are the three fundamental ingredients of delegation. All the three phases of delegation are independent and therefore a change in one is bound to call for adjustment in the other two also. Next, let us discuss about the types of delegation. General or specific, formal or informal, written or unwritten, and downward or upward. General or specific delegation. General delegation. It is the delegation in which the authority is given to perform general managerial functions like planning, organizing, directing, etc. The subordinate perform these functions and enjoy the authority required to carry out these responsibilities. Next, specific delegation. Specific delegation relates to a particular function or assigned task. The authority delegated to the production manager for carrying out this function will be a specific delegation. Various departmental managers get specific authority to undertake their department duties. Next, formal or informal delegation. Formal delegation, which has been considered as a part of organizational structure. Whenever a task is assigned to a person, the required authority is also given to him. This delegation is a part of the normal functioning of the organization. Every person is automatically given authority as per his duties. When production manager gets power, then it is formal delegation of authority. Informal delegation. This delegation does not arise due to position. It arises according to the circumstances of the case. A person may undertake a particular task not because he has been assigned it, but because it is necessary to do his normal work. Written or unwritten delegation. Written delegation. Written delegation is normally given through letters, instructions, circulars, etc. Whatever has been delegated, it must be in writing. Unwritten delegation. Unwritten delegation is given to the person concerned not in any particular way but through conventions, customs and usages the other party has to do work accordingly. Downward or upward delegation. Downward delegation. Downwards delegation is a common type of delegation and is used in every type of the working concern. This delegation has been considered as a superior's delegation of authority to his immediate subordinate. Upward delegation. This type of delegation takes place when a subordinate assigns some of his tasks to his superiors. This is an uncommon type of delegation and its instances are very rare. Advantages of delegation. Managers distribute their workload to others. This enables them to concentrate on the higher functions of management like planning, organizing, etc. People are motivated to give their best at work. They have authority with responsibility. It binds the formal organization together. It enables those who are close to scene of the action to deal promptly with the problems that arise. Time is saved by not sending information up the line and seeking direction down again. But for delegation, firms would remain small and an increase in their size may burn up the candle of the manager's energies too soon. He may be physically or mentally exhausted. The importance of delegation in effective management is obvious as it enables effective management, supervision and also control. Thank you.